Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Chris Distefano. Look for Off the Bat. So now, when does Off the Bat premiere?
It's going to be in April, the first or second week of April. We're not sure yet.
Now, how much time commitment is that? You like going to be around the field a lot?
30 weeks, man.
Wow.
30-week show.
But it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm telling you, like, everybody's so excited at Major League, at MLB and MTV.
Your father's trying to get his sugar down for this. This is huge.
So all he wants to do is get his sugar down for this. He can't. He's like, you get a picture with this guy, with that guy. He wants the pants. My dad. He's like, I just want a pair of baseball pants.
Well, yeah.
I never wanted the jersey, just the pants.
Listen, I can buy them. I'll buy it for him. Just tell him you got it there.
Yeah, there's like,
it's going to be my gift to your old man. I'm going to buy
the pants. He goes, it'd make the brajot look sweet. That's what he was saying.
Hey, so now you were a huge basketball player.
Yeah.
I don't know. You made what status for you? You made All-State?
Well, in college it was Division III, but still,
so
I was an All-American basketball player.
All-American basketball player.
But it was Division III, so there was like a girl on the other team, and everybody had asthma. Everybody had asthma and eczema.
Dude, that's huge. Still, that means you can play.
Yeah, I could. I guess at that time, it was good, and so my dad was at. I'm telling you, in high school, my dad had. Like he got thrown out of like 14 or 15 games in a row to the point where like the refs would just like.
What would he say? Like if any call went against you, he just would go crazy.
Any call. I mean, there was this one Asian ref that would get it. I mean, the racist. It was just. I don't know what you could say, what you can't.
Well,
but
don't say it. I mean, now you're on MTV. Don't say it. But
yeah. But
I can't wait to hear on a drive home. But
yeah. He was great, and he was.
He would get thrown out.
He got my dad. I'm telling you, my dad used to get thrown out of games when I was like CYO, like 4th, 5th grade. He was always getting thrown out. They would be like he would bet on the games. We're like, we're 12 years old.
I've had guys who would bet on the game.
Wow.
I did a sketch like that on Mad TV. I played a little league bookie.
Yeah.
There were really guys who took, and with some, I'm not going to say, I put in my sketches, some people say, it's a funny joke, and I was so ashamed of my hometown that I would let them think it was a joke. There were guys who would kind of intimidate some kids.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you look sick today, you might strike out.
Yeah. Oh, my dad would ask, you going through puberty yet? Like, we have stupid questions, like, ew, this is disgusting.
Hey, look, it's just about gambling. It's about nothing else.
Yeah.
But
the addiction.
Now, so was your father more of a baseball or a basketball fan? Sounds like a huge old school baseball fan.
Baseball fan. Big.
So he's huge into this.
Huge. I mean, this is a big thing. Big baseball fan. He I never remember this, but he was Yankee Stadium. I don't know if I talked about this on the show before, but just from being around this baseball, I was thinking about all these funny baseball things. And my dad always taking me to Yankee games. And I remember we were at Dwight Gooden's no-hitter. And,
you were?
We were there.
May of 1996.
Yep. We were sitting in the upper deck. And
18 years ago.
Eighth inning comes along. I was a little kid. Eighth inning comes along, and this is before 9/11, so so you could get down to the field. Get down by home plate. My dad, he was just like, we're gonna get down. He said, you just got to make believe like you got like a twitch or something. And the security guard let me go down. I swear. So he goes, when I go up to the security guard, he said, just do something like that.
My father was the same exact way. The same guy.
And and he goes, and my dad, a pretty intimidating guy, and so I just do that. I get the twitch, and then we go down, and there's open seats. There just happens to be open seats, and right in front of us was Mr. Perfect, the wrestler Mr. Perfect, and I'm a huge wrestling fan. So my dad goes, go, ask him for an autograph. Ask for an autograph.
And just do the twitch, right?
Yeah, just do the twitch. So my dad goes, so I go to my dad, I go to Mr. Perfect, say, hey, Mr. Perfect, I'm a huge fan. Can I get an autograph? And he says no. So then my dad, like, it's just so calm. Like, my dad even said to him, my dad goes, Mr. Perfect, give the kid an autograph. He goes, just give the kid an autograph.
Mr. Perfect, jerk off.
Yeah. He goes, give the kid an autograph. Thank you. Like right away. Like did
he sign it?
Yeah, he signed it just to shut my dad up. He goes, thank you. Give the kid an autograph.
My buddy's father. So there's a guy for the Royals. You might not even remember. You're young. Amos Otis. He played for the Royals. Amos Otis played for the Royals actually in the 80s and late 70s. And my friend's father saw him at a game. My friend was like 12 years old. And he said to him, hey, sign an autograph for my kid. And Amos Otis refused. And he got right in his face and went, hey, what's your lifetime batting average? And it was like 280 or something. It was not even 300. Like, he was going over the guy's stats with him, yelling, trying to embarrass him with the stats. To the point where the guy said, all right, I'll sign.
I'll sign, yeah.
He went from happy to like, what's your lifetime batting average?
Yeah. Talk so much
Poor
crap.
guy.
I know.
Yeah. That's New York, though.
I know.
That's New York.
I know,
You got to take him to some of these events. You got to take your father to, you got to take your father to if you're playing the celebrity softball game.
I would love. I'm trying to pitch ideas at MTV and MLB to get my dad on the set,
right?
Just because of how hilarious, he is like around these players and how how much stuff I saw him do at the stadium.
Well, listen, it doesn't have to be your real dad. Of course, you have the opportunity, as you know, to cast Bob Levy as your dad.
Yeah. Oh my God, Bob Levy.
Bob Levy calls you. The Reverend Bob Levy, of course, calls Chris all the time and says, "Listen, tell the guys at MTV I can be your father.
Yeah,
come on, in an episode of Guy Code, I'm your father."
He comes up with these ridiculous ideas. He goes, "What about if we get kids and we teach them about Hitler?" That's what he said. That was one of his ideas. He goes, "We'll get like these little kids."
I'm a Jew. I can get away with it. Yeah. But there was a time where you were on MTV a lot. And Levy would call you like once every 3 days.
Every 3 days, he would call me and just come up with an insane pitch. And I would be like, Bob, no.
That's the most annoying. That's a living hell.
That's not going to be. I can't think right now. Like there was one that he said where I almost died.
I thought it was like he plays your father or like something.
It was always something with playing my father. It was always that. But then there was some stupid idea that he had that was just, I was like, do you seriously want me to go to the executives at MTV with this idea? Like, you're dead serious? He goes, what? Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll pitch it. You want me to write it up for you?
Yeah, I'll pitch it.
He would write up pitches sometimes, even like to take into Howard, and they look like a serial killer.
Yeah.
And like the writing would veer off. It wasn't even like on the same line.
Yeah.
No. Listen, have somebody type it up for me.
Type it up. Come on.
Yeah, it was great. You should have gotten a hidden camera and actually pitched, or brought Levy in and just let him go nuts with a hidden camera.
The show. He's a great. I haven't texted him in so long. Have you spoken to him? I haven't spoken to him.
He's going to be on tomorrow night.
He's on tomorrow night. Yeah, he could pitch it to you live. He's probably listening right now.
It was great, man.
What about the other thing that's great about him going into MTV is he either has, if he doesn't dye his hair, all gray hair, or the worst jet black dye job. Where his face looks like he's 70 and his hair looks like he's 22. Yeah. And you bring that into MTV.
Yeah.
The Grecian formula.
Unbelievable. He drank one. I remember the first time I ever met him, I was doing a show and he drank, we started counting, it was with my friend who's not a comedian. He drank like 13 cups of coffee in under an hour. And we were like, this guy is his heart's gonna explode. And he was like shaking and going nuts. He was doing the blue cheese.
That's when he got on a health kick, because he just, in all fairness, he would have 2 8-balls of blow instead of the coffee. He went to the coffee.
He was the best. He's the best.
You're blowing up his health kick.
Yeah.
That wasn't being healthy.
He snuck. I remember, like, I gave him my iPhone, and he snuck Van Halen and like some other crazy band.
I downloaded some great music.
Down onto that. Yeah, it's like, I gotta bleed the wigger out of you. That's what he said. I don't know if I could say that, but but he's like, I gotta bleed it out of you.
It's a 15-yard penalty, but you can.
All right.
We're saying it as Bob Levy, so we'll ruin his career.
Yeah. Sorry, Bob. Let's do that Hitler show.
What about you? First of all, he teaches you about Hitler?
He was like, let's take the MTV generation. He said, and we'll teach him about, things that sucked, like Hitler and Mussolini.
Listen, it writes itself. What are you, a moron? You can't see the comedy, it writes itself. It's like alchemy.
No, I think the real pitch was something like teaching kids about Hitler, but the backdrop is like a Justin Bieber song. Something like that. So,
and of course it is that Hitler's bad at the end.
Yeah, that Hitler's bad. It was like to make kids remember.
It's a social message.
Yeah. Unreal.
I'm going to take a break and wrap it up with Chris Distefano after these. Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Let me say this. Thanks to French Quarters Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next day. FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next day. Chris Distefano's here. How do we follow you on Twitter? What's your address?
Twitter is at Chris D Comedy.
At Chris D Comedy.
Yep.
And so now, what's your situation with Guy Code? Are you still on those shows?
I'm on all of them. Yeah.
Is Guy Court still around? Because I know you're a big part of that too. Or is that around anymore?
Guy Court. Yeah, the season's over. I don't know when it's coming back.
Okay.
Guy Code is coming back in April. Girl Code is still airing. I think it's almost over.
So you're doing the smart thing. You got your hand on a bunch of things. You got the baseball. The guy got the special.
Yeah.
Now, are there anybody pushing to move you to L.A.?
I'm starting to get a little bit of shoves to do that, but I don't think I could do that unless
not right now. You got a lot going on here, but would you ever? Do you like it out there?
I don't I mean, I'm happy it's like, you know, an American city. I mean, I enjoy it, but I just, you know how it is.
It's not like Mexico City.
Yeah, it's not like
in that regard.
That trash. No,
be careful, you'll be kidnapped.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeez. You know, I don't know. I'm
New
from New York,
better,
man.
right?
I can't leave. You know, I like New York, Chicago, Boston. Like, I feel better there than I do in L.A.
Right. Well, but L.A. is a ton of work, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, listen, I thought the same thing. I lived there for 6 years. The first couple were a nightmare, but the last couple, man, I started to embrace the lifestyle a little. And it is fun playing softball in January.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
You're shorts, you know.
Yeah.
But at this point, until you're younger, you should stay here.
There's a lot going on.
You got a lot going on here.
Yeah. So I don't know though. I guess if I did go, I'll call you.
I'll go hang. You never know. You never know who's going to end up out there.
Yeah.
Because now I'm 46 years old, and quite frankly, I'm like an old bastard. I went out there for a week about a couple of months ago, and I feel like a great uncle. Like, that's a nice breeze. I got a nice breakfast. All you need is you think of a nice breeze at a brunch. You're like, oh, this is fantastic.
This is great.
Yeah. I had it the last 2 years I was out there. I had a convertible. Oh. Everybody should have a convertible at least once in their life. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
I never did. I've never been in a. I don't know why I've never been in a convertible. Don't you get hit in the face with bugs and stuff?
Well, I got the windshield going on.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I worry about the stupidest things.
You got the mind of a comedian. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You just have to ruin a convertible for people. Yeah. I got a convertible. Don't you get hit with bugs?
Then you get. What if you get stung by a bee in the neck and you drive off a cliff?
And you're like,
that happen?
I'm gonna hang up on you now, Chris. I called to get like friends to be happy for me. I got it. Oh, what about this? What about this? How long have you spent in LA? More than a weekend?
Yeah, like a week at a time. You know, I mean, I would go out there. I don't know. Like look, like I said, like I know that people are like, oh, FLA. No, I'm not saying that. You know, I mean, you know how the people. I'm not generalizing it, but you know, there's our people who.
Well,
you know,
showbiz. I mean, you just got to do it. It's beautiful out there, but you know, show business has a lot of phonies, and it's in your face. You can't get away from it. In New York, you can kind of escape it, but it's always there, man. It's like if you don't like the car business, don't go to Detroit.
Right. I mean, I know. I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like I can always tell. Like who's from the East Coast, even if they've been living in L.A. for like 30 years, they don't have to have an accent. But
Big time.
I can tell because you're kind of like honest.
Yeah.
You're from the East. You're honest with me.
In L.A. they say "F you" with a smile on their face.
Right. But you know, I'd go if I got the opportunity. Bless, I'd go.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of fun to be had out there. But that's the other problem is like 50% of the people who live out there just go there to have fun.
Yeah.
And like they kind of mooch off the people working. 50% of people work 18-hour days.
Yeah.
The other 50% are sleeping on their couch.
Yeah.
Or in their guest house or something.
Yeah.
Just be careful. But I'm happy for you, brother. You got a lot going on, and I think you're going to continue to do well.
Hope so, man.
And again, the Twitter is at
Christie Comedy.
And Off the Bat starts in April.
In April on MTV.
And look for more Guy Code. And
all that.
Your half-hour special should air when?
I would say it's going to air sometime in May or June, I would think. That's be on Comedy Central.
Well, good luck, Chris. Come back anytime. Man. You got an open invite. I want to thank Michael Potts from True Detective. Real great actor. Great show, True Detective. Unreal. Yeah. Ben Lyons, always good on the show. Thanks so much, Ben, talking about the Oscars. Howard Eskin is always funny and great. I appreciate him. And Chris, of course, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
And that's the Artie Lange Show. See you tomorrow, another week. Take care, brush your hair.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.